Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. Today's video, I'm very excited because I am going to demonstrate the brand new Natasha Denona Roxa palette. I think that's how it's pronounced. Obviously, I am wearing purple and I did purchase this myself. I did not receive this in PR. That is why it's coming out after everybody else. I did purchase it myself. It took a while to get to me because I did purchase it on Natasha Denona as soon as there was like early access, and it just took a while to get to me and you couldn't do expedited shipping. So, but I did finally get it, and I am not the biggest fan of purple eyeshadows. I like them, but it's not something that I love. And I really wasn't expecting to like this palette. However, after I swatched it, it's not exactly what I expected. And for me, that's in a good way. I think if you really wanted purples, you might be disappointed. But if you're one that kind of likes purple, but not really like in love with purple eyeshadow, then maybe you will like it more than like I did. So this is the palette. I think it's actually really pretty. And when I opened it, I was pleasantly surprised. Surprisingly enough, a lot of the shimmers have more pink than purple. So I think this is more of a pink purple palette than just a purple palette, even though the packaging is it's very purple. The packaging is much like the golden palette, so it's the same kind of, raised, but it's very purple. I really like it. It's showing obviously all the fingerprints, but the palette itself, now these 4 shades right here, I think are very kind of warm. I know some people, when I was surprised is when I got these 2 shades, I had seen Angela Bright's video where she had swatched and did some comparisons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link her video up here and then down below. If you want a lot of swatch comparisons, she has a great video for swatching. So I'm not going to do any of that today because she did such a good job, and there really wasn't any really good comparisons, and I think she did a good job. So I just would say go to watch her video. And if you're watching this video, you've probably already watched hers anyway. But this is kind of like a little kind of warm purple quad here. And then if you take that away, then it's kind of like more of a purple palette. But then you've got that like warm. I actually like it. I know a lot of people have said that they don't like that. This one is kind of like a red shade. I'm not sure how I'm going to like that on the eye, but swatched, I don't hate it. I'll put it that way. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do 2 looks. One is going to be kind of a pink look, and then one is going to be somewhat of a purple look. So I want to try and do 2 different looks on each eye, see what I can get from it. But let's talk about the palette before I get into that. So from her website, she states, introducing the Roxa Eyeshadow Palette, Natasha's newest purple 15 shade constellation featuring the most vibrant, bold, rich violet and fuchsia hues. Her dedication to quality has transformed commonly tricky to use dry purple pigments to a new, luxurious, never before seen standard with her new Silky Matte Formula debuted in this palette. The Roxa Eyeshadow Palette showcases a vibrant assortment of vivid violets, pastel lavenders, rich fuchsias, and orchid pinks in Natasha's iconic pro-level user-friendly formulas, featuring 2 sparkling foiled shades, 2 duochromes, including 1 unique graphic design shade assembled with new filling technology for a custom duochrome, 1 metallic, 1 wet effect, and 1 crystal topper. It also debuts the brand new Silky Matte Formula in 8 mesmerizing shades. So what I did is I swatched the 8 matte shades first, and I did them from lightest to darkest, and this is them in natural sunlight. So you'll see here, and the 2 shades, the second and third shade, I'd seen some people complain that they were very similar, but when I swatched them, I thought they were very different, and I did not. In the pan, they actually look very similar, but when I swatched them, they looked very different. So, and there really isn't any like shades that I thought were duplicates within the palette, which was something that I really appreciated because in Natasha's previous palettes, that is something that has been a complaint of mine was that some of the shades seem to, you know, kind of dupe themselves within the palette. I didn't find that in this palette, and they did all swatch really nice. Then you have these 7 shimmer and metallic foil shades. So they're just, obviously they're all different. You know, some of them have different effects, but you'll see there's that one, the second to last one is the one in the middle that has that like duo shade. It's kind of like a bluish purple. I really like that. Then you've kind of got some light lavenders, some pinkish shades, and then that last one, which is a true purple. But there's definitely a variety there, but it's not as purple with the shimmer shades as you might think with this palette. So those are the swatches. So let's go ahead and try them on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one on each eye and kind of try and come up with like a pink look and a purple look and see how I like this palette. Okay, so I pulled my hair back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first go in with this shade Sweet Pea. And these are the 2 shades that I saw other people. And that was Angela Bright actually swatched them and she thought they were very close. But when I swatched them, I didn't think they were that close. So Sweet Pea is described as a silky matte light medium warm lilac. And then this one, Velour, is a silky matte medium lilac. So light medium, medium lilac. So very close, but I think they're different enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Sweet Pea kind of on the top part of the eye, and then I'm going to go in with Velour on the crease and as a transition shade. So that's Sweet Pea, and then I'm going to go back in with Velour and kind of go in on the crease. And yeah, I think it's definitely darker, and I think there's enough of a difference. And I think with Sweet Pea, it kind of makes it a little bit lighter for the top part of the eye. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the shade. I was between these 2 shades, these 2 purples. I'm going to go in with Jacaranda, which is the Silky Matte Medium Dark Violet. It's kind of the more purple shade, whereas the other one, Eclipse, is a matte deep purple, which I think is probably more kind of closer to like a purple brown, you know. So I really wanted to kind of go more purple today, especially since I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to do one on each eye and then I'm going to bed. So it'll be very, very simple. So if I don't like it, I can just wash it off. Okay, Jacaranda was really easy to apply. And I know this is a new formula for her, and it talks about how purples are really hard to work with. And I will say that these are really easy to work with. And that was probably one of the reasons why I don't like working with purple. Not just because I try to avoid color, but because the purples that I've tried have always been hard to work with. I'm not a huge fan of the Love palette. There's a couple shades that I love in that, but for the most part, every time I've used it, it just kind of ends up looking muddy or hard to work with. So I've just kind of avoided it, but this one I am loving. So I really like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this shade Bolt. So Bolt is the sparkling foil. It's the one in the middle, and it is the sparkling foiled graphic designed violet and silver. So I'm going to go in with that shade. I am going to go and kind of swirl it. This was the one that was kind of purple and blue, and you'll see it here. So it's kind of really pretty shade. And then I'm going to put that all over the lid. And I think I'm probably going to need to go in with a brush on this one. Okay, so that one was beautiful. I did have to go in with a brush on it. When I was doing it with my finger, it just wasn't applying. So I did go back in with a brush and it applied beautifully. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with this shade Dixie, which is the crystal sparkling warm pink with blue and purple specks. And I'm just going to do that on the inner corner and the brow bone. So I'm just going to go in a little bit on the inside and then on the brow bone. Okay, so there you have it. So this is my purple side. I actually really like this. I really like it. I thought it was very easy. And for someone who does not wear a lot of purple eyeshadow, this was really easy. I'm actually really excited about this palette. When I ordered it, it was like, I'm gonna review it, but I'm not really into purple eyeshadow. It's gonna be whatever. I really don't need this. when I opened it, I was like, oh, this is actually something I think I could use more than I thought I would. So I think my take on it is going to be maybe different from other people's, especially some that were really excited about a purple palette. For me, I was not excited about a purple palette, but when I opened this, it was more appealing to me in person. So I really like this look. I think it's really pretty, very, very usable. It's colorful, but it's not too overwhelming. So I really like it. So this eye, I'm going to go with more of a pinky or red look. Yeah, let's go and do this eye. Okay, so first up, we're going to start with we're going to use these shades. So we're going to use Heather, Cerise. So Heather is a silky matte medium dusty coral rose. Cerise is a silky matte medium dark muted fuchsia. I guess fuchsia, I guess that's what it meant. And then I'm gonna go in with Regal. So Regal is the metallic vintage rose. Actually, I'm gonna use that as the brow bone, and then I'm gonna use Brink, which is the sparkling foiled rose. So I'm gonna use these 4 right here. And those are going to be the 4 that I use. So I'm going to start right now with Heather. So I'm going to use Heather as the transition shade. And it's very, it looks a little bit darker. So I am going to go very light-handed, but it doesn't seem to, it's pigmented, but I think going light-handed is working pretty well. Okay, so that is Heather on the eye. Now I'm gonna go in with Cerise, and I apologize if I mispronounce shades. I do not. English is my only language. Somebody made a comment like, is English your second language? No, it's my only language. If I mispronounce something, I'm sorry. I pronounce it as I see it, and sometimes, sometimes I realize, oh wow, I mispronounced that, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I had no idea. So just kind of disclosing that. I'm going to go in with Cerise right now, and on the outer corner, just exactly the same application method that I did on the left side of my face. I'm just going to go in with these colors. Okay, so I'm not the biggest fan of like red or fuchsia shades, but that one is actually, I found it worked out really, really well. And I don't think it's red. It is fuchsia. I heard a couple of people saying like it was a red shade. It's not. It's a kind of a muted fuchsia is what I think it's described as. And I would say that is pretty much it. It's like a dull fuchsia. It's not a bright fuchsia, but it's kind of like a dull fuchsia. So that's what I would say. Now I'm going to go in with that shade Brink. I am going to go with my finger first, and we'll see how it applies. And then I'll probably go back in with a brush, but we're going to try with my finger first. Okay, so I did go back in with a brush and it applied great. It did have a little bit of fallout, but again, I usually apply my eyeshadow before I put the rest of my makeup on. But you can see right here, so you have a pink look and a purple look, similar but very different at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is go in with this shade Regal in the inner corner and the brow bone. And now the Regal is described as a metallic vintage rose. So again, this is kind of the pink part of the palette. So it is a pink and purple eyeshadow palette. Now I don't have Lila. I never had that one. I did have the mini at one point, but I just didn't like it. I didn't think the shadows weren't that great. It didn't work well for me, and I never got the big palette. So I ended up decluttering it. Actually got rid of most of my minis. But again, Angela Bright has some really great swatch comparisons. Okay, so here are my 2 looks. I am going to put a little bit of mascara and come right back and give you my final thoughts on my first impression. Okay, so I put a little bit of mascara on and that was it. So honestly, I actually like this palette. I did not expect to like this palette as much. I didn't think I was gonna not like it, but I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. Do I love this palette? Probably not, just because I'm not a colorful eyeshadow person, but I'm kind of on the borderline of love. The fact that I think this is a very versatile palette for being a pink purple palette. I've got a really true purple look and I've got a pink look. And I think with the different shimmers, the different mattes, this is probably comparing her golden palette and her I Need a Warm palette, which are the last two that came out, you know, with the last few months. Those are very monotonous. You're going to get very similar looks, especially the I Need a Warm. Now with the I Need a Warm, I haven't been able to put it down. I am constantly using it. Anytime I need to go out, I need a quick look, it's on my vanity, and it's one of those palettes that I can pick up, do. Am I going to get a lot of versatile looks out of it? No, but it's easy, pick it up, great. This is not that type of palette, but when I want a little bit of color, pink, purple, I really like this. The Love palette, I love the color story, but I always found it very difficult to use to the point where I still have it, but I just haven't used it in a while. I'm probably going to declutter it, and especially now that I have this, I just don't see the need to pick that one up anymore. The quality in this is really, really good. I think the shadows are really easy to work with. So if you've ever tried working with like purple shadows and haven't had a difficulty, and that's the reason why you don't like working with purple shadows, this palette might be for you. So I really like this. I'm really excited to continue to work with it. Now it's $69. I do think that's expensive. Kind of that's the price. Sephora sales coming up, so you get 10, 15, 20%. I only get 15% off with the Sephora sale. I have a promo code with Natasha Denona, which is just Shannon, and that's going to save you 15% off any order. So you can use that at any time. You don't have to wait for the Sephora sale. Also, if you write reviews for other products that you use, you get rewards, and then you can cash in those rewards up to $30. I didn't use on this one, and honestly, when I purchased this one, it was early access and my promo code didn't even work. So I paid the full price of $69. I didn't get the 15% off, and it didn't even arrive in a timely manner, which kind of sucked. But I don't know if you can use the 15% and use the rewards, both, but if you can use $30 rewards, even better. I did use that, I think, on the I Need a Warm palette. I think I used $30 of rewards, so I think that palette cost me like $39, which was great, and I think totally worth $39. So just know, if you've purchased other products, make sure you leave reviews, and if you leave pictures and video, you even get more points, which just kind of helps you get those rewards even faster. So highly recommend that. But my promo code is Shannon. So unless you get 20% off at Sephora, I say wait for that. But otherwise, you can get this also. It's also available at Ulta. Also has promo codes. You can use your Ulta rewards for that. So obviously a lot of ways that you can get it even at a discount. So I would say don't pay $69. At least get it at 15% off. And if you use my promo code or you use my affiliate link, great. It helps my channel. It helps when I have to buy a palette like this for $69 to review. But if you don't, that's fine too. I really appreciate that you watched this video. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.